Well, the new Caitlin Clark Nike's signature logo has been released along with a video unveiling said logo.
It looks really unique, I think it's very creative for Caitlin Clark to come up with something like this. And I just enjoy, all of it, it's like aura.
We love it! It's simple, yet it speaks a lot.
I love it so much.
Nike just dropped a logo that's making Wall Street lose its mind.
We're live on WNIK, and as usual, we're talking about Caitlin Clark.
This isn't simply a logo reveal, ladies and gentlemen. The world of sneakers is experiencing a financial upheaval. Nike debuted Caitlin Clark's trademark logo on August 25th, 2025, and the entire sports apparel market was completely upended in a matter of minutes. Literally minutes.
Nike better plaster Caitlin Clark's logo across America and across the world. They nailed it on the design, stick the landing on the rollout and the merchandise.
You'll be astounded by the figures we are going to present to you. These days, it's more than simply basketball. This is about a cultural phenomena that has Nike execs exploding champagne bottles while their rivals are frantically trying to catch up. Imagine this. Two C's that interlock. Easy, huh? Incorrect. In the history of sports marketing, those two C's have emerged as the most valuable letters. Nike did more than just design a logo. They developed a machine that prints money. Here's the worst part. A third tiny C, which Nike claims symbolizes how Clark's game was constructed from the inside out, is concealed within those larger Cs. Cash registers all across America are singing because it's poetry in design.
I'm a big fan of it. Simplicity is the best. I like the design. Nike always does great with design, so I'm a huge fan of the logo.
It looks really cool. I was really excited to see it last night, and it looks like we're going to get shirts with it on it, so that's pretty exciting too.
I like it. I like how it incorporates like the CC.
I love it. Double C's. Let's go, Caitlin!
I'll give you some numbers now that will make your head spin. Do you recall the Kobe 5 Pro and Clark's Indiana Fever hues that Nike released back in July? In a matter of minutes, they were sold out. Not minutes, not days, not hours. $190 is the retail price. But you know what came next? These sneakers immediately began to sell for more than $350, with some pairs reaching $642. That represents a markup of 237%. I'm not kidding when I say that one eBay seller sold a pair for more than $600. That exceeds the retail price by more than 3 times. But hold on, things become more bizarre. The Sports Business Journal reports that overall WNBA clothing sales through Fanatics had increased by 500% from the previous year. 500%. And player-specific clothing, which is a 1,000% increase. For those in the rear, let me reiterate that 1,000%. Not only is Clark's jersey the best-selling WNBA jersey, it has evolved into a cultural declaration. From being just another team, the Indiana Fever now have the most fashionable goods in all of professional sports. Venues had to relocate games to larger arenas in order to accommodate the crowds, as every single Fever game on StubHub became the most sought-after ticket.
When you have made upwards of over $100,000 off Caitlin Clark in a year, bro, you have made $100,000+ off Caitlin.
This is where things start to get pretty crazy. Make a note of that historical date. The first official Caitlin Clark logo t-shirt is released by Nike. Yellow and navy. Straightforward design. $35 to $40 is the price range. It seems reasonable, doesn't it? This is what I think will happen. And take a screenshot of this. Compared to Taylor Swift concert tickets, these shirts will sell out more quickly. At the Fever's game against Seattle at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, each fan received a unique Caitlin Was Here t-shirt featuring her new logo. These days, they are more than just t-shirts. They can be collected. They are financial commitments. These game day exclusives are already being attempted to be purchased online for hundreds of dollars. Let's now discuss the implications for Nike's financial performance. People, Nike's stock has been having trouble. Trading at about $78 in August 2025, a decrease from its peak value of $168 in 2021. The CEO was fired. Analysts were concerned. However, all of the experts are saying the same thing, which is a big but. Nike might be saved by Caitlin Clark. It was perfectly expressed by Dave Portoy of Barstool Sports. He stated that as long as Caitlin is associated with the company, he has faith in Nike shares. Just put the Caitlin Clark shoe in the box. Fans are literally posting on Nike's social media pages. Nike isn't all that difficult. The demand is at an all-time high. Let's take a moment to go back. In 2024, Clark inked a $28 million 8-year contract with Nike. It was reportedly the highest-paying endorsement deal for a female basketball player in history at the time.
Came out 3 days ago, people still talking about it. Caitlin Clark had the second highest jersey sales of any basketball player to end 2024, trailing only Steph Curry.
When the bidding began at $3 million annually, Puma withdrew. Arour made a 4-year offer of $16 million. Adidas made a $6 million offer, but Nike made a bold move. And it really paid off. Right now, that $28 million seems like the best deal of the century. To put this in context, Michael Jordan signed his first Nike contract in 1984 for $2.5 million spread over 5 years. That is currently equivalent to almost $7.5 million after accounting for inflation. Clark's contract is almost 4 times that sum, and she's already demonstrating her value. The competition is in a panic when Nike counts their money. In September 2025, Angel Reese's Angel Reese 1 will be released after she signed with Reebok. In May, Asia Wilson's Nike A1 sneakers sold out in less than 5 minutes. The problem is that Sabrina Ionescu has her own line. Unlike Clark, none of them are selling goods. Clark's appeal extends beyond his exceptional basketball skills. Despite being the 2024 WNBA Rookie of the Year, she is the NCAA's all-time top scorer. It has to do with cultural influence. She has been named the 2024 Athlete of the Year by Time magazine. She is not just about athletics.
Type of player who, just because you're on her team, people are going to buy your jerseys more. Like, I think she's helped collectively every player on the Fever.
The response on social media has been outrageous. The hashtag Caitlin Clark logo became popular all around the world just hours after it was revealed. The emblem is already being inked on the bodies of fans. Custom designs are being made by artists. In the first day alone, millions of people watched the logo unveiling video on Nike's social media platforms. Here's the humorous part, though. The design is not to everyone's taste. It was deemed overly basic and unimpressive by several enthusiasts. What do you know? When the Nike swoosh initially appeared, many said precisely that. People, simple sells. There will be those interlocking CS everywhere. This is the shocking part that has everyone on the edge of their chairs. The release of Clark's signature shoe is not scheduled until 2026. Yes, the major event is still more than a year away. It will be the largest women's signature shoe launch in history, according to industry sources. Some claim that Nike is purposefully generating scarcity, boosting the hype, and making consumers need these goods. It's brilliant marketing. It goes beyond commerce, too. Clark has a startling effect on viewership. On June 14, 2025, her comeback from injury drew 2.2 million people, making it ABC's third most watched WNBA game ever. The game's highest viewership of 2.8 million was 76% higher than the average for the previous season. Last season, the WNBA achieved its greatest attendance in 22 years and its most watched regular season in 24 years. And in 2025, Clark's ailments caused him to miss a lot of time. Just think of what will happen if she is completely well. This is truly about money, so let's talk about it. The upcoming quarterly earnings reports from Nike will be significantly different. According to analysts, Clark merchandise alone may boost Nike's earnings by hundreds of millions. According to some Wall Street analysts, Clark may be worth more than $1 billion to Nike during her contract. Recall that Nike's sales have dropped by 11%.
Now, she signed an 8-year, $28 million deal. We was looking for that information in 2024. So, yeah, her shoe is going to drop next year.
But so why you give a motherfucking logo without a shoe?
Now, Sabrina been going crazy.
However, Clark is glorious. Her appeal spans populations that Nike has been making a valiant effort to connect with. Gen Z, young ladies, and casual sports enthusiasts who have never watched basketball. This goes beyond a single athlete or business. This relates to a profound change in sports marketing. For many years, it was believed that women's sports couldn't increase revenue, attract viewership, or sell products. That story was completely destroyed by Caitlin Clark. She has demonstrated that women's sports can be just as profitable, if not more so, than men's sports with the correct athlete, marketing, and timing. People, this is a turning point. This is the real-time writing of history. October 1st, 2025. One more date to mark on your calendar. The entire Caitlin Clark brand clothing line will launch at that time. We're talking about sweatshirts, shorts, jeans, and what Nike refers to as adult premium products. Translation: prepare to see Caitlin Clark clothing everywhere. Fashion experts are already hailing it from boardrooms to basketball courts, from coffee shops to college campuses. The next status sign is going to be the CC logo. Sportswear is no longer the only thing. It's a lifestyle brand. In essence, Nike produced the best basketball apparel. A perfect storm of circumstances is what we are seeing. You have an incredible performer that shatters records with ease. Women's basketball is a sport that has been waiting for its big break. Everything is being amplified to previously unheard of proportions by social media. Additionally, Nike is betting heavily on their newest superstar because they are desperate to win. It's similar to watching Serena Williams in 1999, Tiger Woods in 1996, or Michael Jordan in 1984. In real time, we are witnessing the creation of a commercial and athletic icon. Imagine being under a Rauer or Adidas at this same moment. You had the opportunity to sign Clark. $16 million was promised by Under Armour. They believed they were giving. As they observed from the sidelines, Nike is turning Clark into a money-making machine. It's likely that the CEOs who rejected Clark are currently upgrading their resume. Business schools will teach this as one of the greatest lost opportunities in the history of sports marketing. The worldwide market is another topic that isn't discussed sufficiently. The United States is not the only country that finds Clark appealing.